Hello and welcome to the Wayne State Coaches Show, an exclusive here on MyWayneNews.com. I'm Mike Carnes and we're here to talk Wildcat athletics with the Wayne State sports teams getting down toward the end of the season. Because of the Easter holiday, our coaches are all out of town, so we will do this week's Coaches Show without the coaches. And we'll tell you about how the Wildcats did on the baseball and softball diamonds and also in track and field competition as well. We also have some soccer news to talk about. We'll do that after this time out here on the Wayne State Coaches Show.
The Coaches Show is sponsored by Pack and Save. Pack and Save is a proud supporter of Wildcat Athletics and is your one-stop shop for savings. Check out Pack and Save's excellent produce and find the best cuts in their grade A meat department. Be sure to stop at the Top Notch Deli where you can find their amazing fried chicken, daily lunch specials, and all the fixings for your next tailgate or viewing party. Pack and Save is open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and their staff is waiting to help you for all of your grocery needs. Pack and Save, your one-stop shop for savings in Wayne, America. Go Cats!
Welcome back to the Wayne State Coaches Show on MyWayneNews.com, and we're without the coaches this week due to the Easter holiday, so we'll tell you about what happened with baseball, softball, and track here this past week. First off, baseball team going on the road for two series this weekend. They split a doubleheader at Winona State on Wednesday and then dropped 2 of 3 over the Easter weekend at Minnesota State. On Wednesday, they lost the opener at Winona State 5-1, but came back to get the nightcap 10-0. And Ryan Obrecht pitching a brilliant game in that second game. He limited the Warriors to 3 hits over 6 innings and got plenty of help on offense. Bryce Basinius hit a 3-run homer, had 4 RBIs in the game, and Alex Logelin was 3 for 3 with 2 doubles and 2 runs scored. On Saturday, the Wildcats heading to Minnesota State, who's ranked number 25 in the country. The Wildcats lost on both ends of the doubleheader on Friday, losing 4-3 and 11-2. They came back on Saturday to win 9-5. In the games on Friday, Wayne State was actually up 3-0 early in the second game before the Mavericks came back and won it in 10 innings, 4-3. Jake Lorenzini hit a 2-run homer in the opener to account for the Wildcats scoring in the 11-2 loss. On Saturday, Andrew Hansen had an RBI triple to cap a 3-run first inning that got the Wildcats going in that game. Doubles by Basinius, Hansen, and Barnes fueled a late rally to keep the Mavericks from getting back in the game. Basinius and Barnes each had 3 hits in the ball game. Barnes had 3 RBIs. Basinius scored 3 runs, and Cade Herman pitched well on Saturday, improving to 4-0 with the win there. Wildcats sitting at 29-12 overall, 20-8 in conference play. They're sitting in a solid 5th place right now, heading into the final week of the season. They have a big home series coming up this weekend. They will be taking on Augustana on Saturday and Sunday. You want to see those games at the Chapman Complex. Get out there and support the Wildcats in their matchups there against the Vikings. They'll finish up the regular season next Wednesday at Upper Iowa. As far as their regional standing, that remains to be seen. We should be seeing those regional rankings coming out fairly soon. This weekend, obviously big for the Wildcats as far as their conference seeding and possible seeding in the region. The Wayne State softball team last week finally got their first conference win of the year. They did that in the second game of a doubleheader at home against University of Mary on Monday. And then on Tuesday, they dropped 2 games at Southwest Minnesota State, losing 8-0 and 5-2, and then split their doubleheaders over the weekend. They split at Moorhead on Friday, losing the opener 11-3 and winning the nightcap 11-8. And then on Saturday, the Wildcats lost the opener 13-5 at Northern State, and then came back to win the nightcap 9-1. Big weekend for Emily Chandler. She moved into second place on the all-time home run list with her 29th homer in the second game against MSU Moorhead. She now trails only the 39 hit by Jennifer Radley from 2008 to 2011. Chandler actually hit 2 home runs in that second game. And then on Saturday, she got her 200th career hit, became only the 7th player in Wayne State history to record 200 career hits. She did that with an infield single in the first game against Northern State. Ashley Hernandez hit a 2-run homer in the second game to help the Wildcats get out to the early lead, and Taylor Menard was 4 for 4 in that game. Emily Chandler was 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs to help the Wildcats gain the split there against Northern State. Wayne State softball team now 12-29 overall, 3-21 in Northern Sun Conference play. They will finish the regular season this week. They host number 7 Winona State here at the Chapman Complex on Wednesday, and then we'll travel to Bemidji State and Minnesota Crookston this weekend to close out the regular season. Wildcats will not be in the conference tournament. The top 10 teams advance to the conference tournament this next week, and Wayne State will not be in that, so their regular season will come to an end with their road series this weekend in Bemidji and Crookston. The Wayne State track and field team had some good results at the Jim Dutcher Memorial held Saturday at Doane College in Crete. Leading the effort was pole vaulter Michaela Marvin, who continues to add to her school record. She added almost a foot this time out. She finished second in the meet. Her best mark was 11 feet 9 3/4 inches, which was almost a foot ahead of her best old mark, which was 10 feet 11 3/4 inches. And it also moves up her into second place overall in the Northern Sun Conference with that effort there on Saturday. Jordan Pester had a nice day for Wayne State on the track. She won the 400-meter dash in 56.39 seconds and was runner-up in the 200 in 25.78 seconds. Mackenzie Shield won the hammer throw at 181 feet 7 inches and was third in the shot put at 45 feet and 1/2 inch. Other results on the women's side: Joan Gelamo was second in the 800. Thirds went to Molly Vasa in the 400 hurdles, Kenzie Sullivan in the discus, and Kim Lohman in the 1500-meter run. In men's action, Preston Davis had a pair of third-place finishes to lead the Wildcat men. He was third in the javelin, 174 feet 4 inches, and also third in the 400-meter hurdles at 55.66. Fourth places went to Ben Allen in the shot put, Cade Kalkowski in the hammer throw, and Aaron English in the high jump. Wayne State is scheduled to be in action again on Wednesday. They will be at the Mount Marty Invite in Yankton, South Dakota. That wraps it up for this week's results from the Wildcat spring sports teams. We'll take a time out and have more here on the Wayne State Coaches Show right after this time out.
The Coaches Show is sponsored by Pack and Save. Pack and Save is a proud supporter of Wildcat Athletics and is your one-stop shop for savings. Check out Pack and Save's excellent produce and find the best cuts in their grade A meat department. Be sure to stop at the Top Notch Deli where you can find their amazing fried chicken, daily lunch specials, and all the fixings for your next tailgate or viewing party. Pack and Save is open from 7:30 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week, and their staff is waiting to help you for all of your grocery needs. Pack and Save, your one-stop shop for savings in Wayne, America. Go Cats!
Welcome back to the Wayne State Coaches Show on MyWayneNews.com. And one final note to pass along: the Wayne State soccer team has added 12 signees to their 2019 roster. 12 high school seniors this year will be in Wildcat uniforms next year playing soccer. Among the recruits are 3 from Nebraska, 3 from California, 2 each from Colorado and Minnesota, and 1 each from South Dakota and Iowa. And the complete listing of the recruits are available on our website at MyWayneNews.com. Check out the sports section there for the story on that. That's going to do it for this week's edition of the Wayne State Coaches Show. We should have the coaches back here next week to talk about their teams on next week's show, so tune in then. And until then, this is Mike Carnes, and we'll see you later.